So with that said, what about clients who are maybe doing a plant-based approach, a vegetarian or vegan approach, or who are just simply not eating enough protein, even according to government RDAs? So we will see this sometimes in our older populations, and maintaining and even building muscle mass in the older population is very, very important so that we can keep mobile and so forth. So if a client is not eating enough and they become, maybe they are at risk of becoming feeble or again, losing muscle mass, what are some strategies that we can look at? So first, we want to make sure that they are indeed under eating on this macronutrient. Then secondly, we're going to focus on quality sources. So we looked at the protein quality comparison chart earlier. So we're going to really, really hyper focus on these quality proteins. If they're vegan or eating plant-based, that's where we're going to dive into maybe looking at a plant-based hydroslate or a plant-based supplement in substitute for whey. If they're going that hardcore and not doing any whey, we're going to want to look at a plant-based supplemental drink, or they can just simply put the powder over their salads or other meals that they're preparing. Soups, salads are all great for adding or additional protein. We can look at beef liver tabs. That would not be necessarily the optimal suggestion for a vegan or someone who does not eat animal products, because beef liver tablets are derived from animal products. However, we could look at lab-made amino acid tablets that tend to be very, very high quality protein. We can look at adding resistance training and of course adding carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is protein sparing, and resistance training will mitigate muscle loss even when protein is being under-eaten. So if you have an older client, it just doesn't fit within their palate and you're really trying to up their protein through either animal or plant-based sources, adding resistance training can definitely help. And then really helping them focus on sleep and controlling stress. Recovery is going to be very important if your client is under eating in that particular macronutrient. So those are a few different strategies that you can implement. We hope that you enjoyed this training. This was part of another deep dive training. So if you haven't checked it out, the macronutrient deep dive series that is in the business development app, in your fast growth app. So you can dive deeper into not just protein, but your carbohydrates, fats, and we also talk about alcohol and artificial sweeteners in that deep dive as well. So again, we hope you enjoyed this, and we also hope that you enjoy sharing this with your clientele base as you build their education and awareness.